Greetings, good day, good evening, whenever or wherever you are. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am ecstatic to share with you the three-step breath. I developed this technique over the last 2 decades of practicing and learning dozens, if not hundreds, of different types of meditation and teaching these methods to thousands of students and thousands of patients in my practice. So thank you very much for being here. Now, if you don't know anything about meditation or breath techniques, trust me, we've done all the research. We don't need to take any more MRIs of Buddhist monks' brains to know that focused mind techniques change your neurology. And when you change the way that your neurons behave, it changes the way that you perceive and interact with reality. It's all programmable, and it goes in any direction that you push it. Now, instantaneous transformation is absolutely possible. That is the nature of inspiration. However, sustaining transformation is the real challenge, but that's why we have 30 days. 10 minutes a day, 30 days, starting now. The breath is the beginning, the foundation, the essence of transformation itself. It is the center for your control, your movement, your willpower, and your intuition. Now, I didn't intend to create a breathing technique. It was just the natural result of years of accumulated and dedicated practice, learning new techniques, teaching them, and then noticing. I just started to notice these little pearls from various different traditions that fit together really quite precisely. And it eventually evolved into what is now my personal, fast-acting, long-lasting, entheogenic releasing medicine technique. That's right, it's fast-acting. This breath is intended to be effective with just one breath. Wherever you are, you got this, like a syringe of medicine that brings you to the center and the source of yourself. There's 3 steps, they're very simple to learn, and of course, if you practice the one breath repeatedly over and over and over, it increases the potency of the technique the next time you use it. This is cumulative. It's naturally expansive, just like life. Of course, you can sit down to meditate with this breath for 10, 20, 30 minutes a day, and I recommend it. However, this is the most efficient way to change your neurology and transform instantaneously. This breath is like the base layer for your intentional growth. What do you want to be? Remember, the cornerstone of all shamanic ceremony is intention. So what do you want to be? More confident, more powerful, more peaceful, more patient, more productive, healthier? It starts right here, right now. I synthesized this technique with 3 ingredients. Ingredient number 1, Buddhist meditation. Ingredient number 2, the meditation of the yogis. Ingredient number 3, the most advanced scientific understanding of the human condition brought to us by the Institute of HeartMath. Now, the Buddhist tradition brings us mindful meditation, which is simultaneously the beginning entryway into meditation, but also perhaps one of the more advanced forms of meditation that you could practice. But more importantly, this meditation has also been clinically proven effective to help manage pain in patients with chronic severe conditions. So, when a patient has had a failed surgery or 2, when the shots and the pills don't work anymore, when the PT and the chiro can't help, when the acupuncturist can't find the right holes, they teach these patients with chronic severe pain mindfulness meditation, and it's been shown clinically effective to help manage chronic severe pain. That is a very big deal. The next ingredient is 2 meditation concepts from the yogic traditions. First, Kriya Yoga and the work of Paramahansa Yogananda, who wrote the autobiography of a yogi. This is a very famous book that Steve Jobs used to reference quite often, and Yogananda, through his lifelong pursuit of meaning and significance, has identified Kriya Yoga, the one most pure place in the breath where true yoga exists. And yoga meaning the connection between yourself and your deeper self. So that thing behind your eyes, this apparent identity that is named and has all these preferences and is constantly being bombarded with the experience of a universe, that you inside of you has many, many, many levels of reality, truth, capabilities beyond your current capacities, and even small incremental steps towards a higher functioning version of yourself will astonish you. And even more, as Yogananda writes, in the stillness between breaths, you can feel the approach of the great cosmic power. Whew, whoa, okay, now listen, we don't have to do all that tonight. Okay. Also, we're going to utilize the work of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who brought us transcendental meditation and use of a mantra. Transcendental meditation is this elite group of meditators, and first you have to find a guru near you on the internet from their list, and then you bring the guru an offering and pay them several thousands of dollars for them to teach you how to transcendental meditate and give you what is known as a mantra. A mantra is a word or a phrase that you focus intensely on so that you can transcend. And so your transcendental meditation or TM teacher gives you your mantra for several $1,000s, and tonight I will give you a mantra for $0 as long as you promise to try it wholeheartedly with every fiber of your being tonight. And the mantra I will give you is derived from the third and final ingredient, the most advanced scientific understanding of our biological truth, brought to us by the Institute of Heart Math. The Institute of Heart Math dropped a bomb on the scientific community with their work using superquantum interference devices, a machine that can measure a field of bioelectromagnetic activity generated by the heart, a field which means it penetrates every cell in your body and extends 2 to 3 feet around you. And more importantly, this field that envelopes your entire body expands and contracts based on the conditions and the emotions that you are feeling in the moment. And the Institute of Heart Math has found the one emotion, the one condition that expands our field the greatest. And we will insert that condition as a mantra into Kriya Yoga. Now, we begin. Step 1. The sensations of breath. You can be sitting, standing, lying down, driving your car, at work, at home. You can be anywhere at any time to activate this medicine. First, by acknowledging that you are breathing. And as you breathe, you notice the arousal of a sensation. The sensation in your nose, the sensation in your body. During inhalation, you notice the expansion, the upward movement, the outward movement. Then during exhalation, noticing the sensation of your body releasing and letting go during exhalation. You're not just listening to me now, you're participating. This is Buddhist mindfulness, knowing the sensations of your breath, focusing on the sensations of your breath, directing your attention back to the sensations of your breath. When you get lost or if your mind wanders off, just remember that you're breathing. Breathing in, expansion. Breathing out, release. Your awareness expands to include the sound of my voice, and every time you notice your focus on the sound of my voice, allow it to direct you back to the breath. Allow your awareness to prioritize focusing on the sensations of breathing as my voice dissolves into the background, reminding you to remember that you're breathing. And if you find yourself noticing other sensations of sound in the room, sensations of other feelings in your body, other thoughts in your mind, that's okay. That's what's supposed to happen. Gently come back to the sensation again and again. Continue returning back to the sensation of expansion and release, outwards and inwards, remaining focused on the sensation, inhalation, expansion, maybe slightly pausing at the top, exhalation, release, slightly pausing at the bottom. And if your focus shifts to another sensation, just remember that you're breathing. Again and again, we continue returning back to the sensation of the breath. noticing the arousal of sensation in your nose, in your body, noticing the sensations. Expanding as you inhale, releasing as you exhale. Now, expanding further, we will initiate step 2 into your awareness. Kriya Yoga. This is the door to our medicine. You're still breathing, don't forget. You're still noticing the sensations of your breath, nostrils expanding, releasing, following the cyclical sensations of your breath as you inhale, maybe a slight rest at the top, slowly exhaling and release. Now, when you reach the bottom of your next exhale, find the moment where there is no movement of the breath, just stillness, silence. When you have reached this place at the bottom of the exhale, before the inhale, you have reached what Yogananda calls Kriya Yoga. This is the most potent moment within the breath. Pure connection. The doorway is opened. Now, step 1 does not go away. We are still noticing all the other sensations. Inhaling, expanding, slight rest at the top. Exhaling, letting go, feeling the slowing down until complete stillness. Kriya Yoga. This is the precise location, your connection to eternity and transcendence, the source of intuition and all medicine, but most importantly, the connection to yourself. Let's find Kriya Yoga and play and strengthen our connection and our recognition with this space, waiting at the end of each breath for absolute stillness, silence, serenity. Now, you're still noticing the other sensations of your breath. They are still our friends. They have not gone anywhere. The sensation at your nose arises, the expansion, the release. And when you arrive at the bottom of the exhale, notice Kriya Yoga again. This is where we will add the mantra, the condition, in step 3. And our mantra is given to us by the Institute of Heart Math. The final step is the scientific ingredient, the mantra that elicits the condition of human life which expands the bioelectromagnetic field around us. Now, remember, you're still breathing. Continue applying the first 2 steps. The mindfulness of breathing's sensational experience. Expansion, letting go. Expansion, release. Kriya Yoga. Let's practice one together, you and I, and when we arrive at Kriya Yoga, I will give you the scientific mantra, the focus, the condition of field expansion. Insert it at the precise moment for our highest potential of reality enhancement. Now, return to the breath. Inhale and rise. Expand until it slows to capacity. Slightly pause at the top. Slowly release into the exhale. Follow the sensation to the bottom of the breath into absolute stillness and insert the mantra by saying the words, "Thank you." Every time I do it, I smile a little bit. Now, let's do it a little bit slower, a little bit deeper. Return to the sensational experience. Inhale. Pause. Following the sensation of release to the bottom of the breath, finding the stillness, silence, and say the words, "Thank you." Deeper we go, again and again, breathing in through the nose, rising and expanding, pausing gently at the top. As slow as you possibly can, release, controlled, steady, finding the space with no movement. Thank you. Every time, I can't even help it. It makes me smile. Do it one time without my direction. Try it now. You're all grown up. You don't need me anymore. This is all you. The medicine of gratitude is instantaneous. It's neurological. it's genetic. And the more that you practice, the more potent, the more potential you have in that one moment the next time you use it. The effect is cumulative. You can do it at virtually any moment. The more you use it, the deeper the effects, and the deeper you go, the better it gets. No matter where you are or when you are, the 3-step breath can bring you to your state of peace and tranquility. It can bring you to the state of potential change and optimization. It can bring you inspiration and strength. It can bring you a connection to your deepest and most profound self.